Hopa Mountain's StoryMakers program is an early learning initiative that supports parents as they provide home learning environments for their very young children. None of this would be possible without the leadership of citizens in communities who are connecting with parents to talk about these important messages.
As parents, we owe our children a future. Therefore, we give them the world by talking to them, talking with them, and sharing our stories and traditions.
Having taught for 30 years, I know a book is a gift that can open the world for a child and last a lifetime. So I encourage you to read to your child every day or every chance you get.
I think that children are able to catch the enthusiasm of parents, and a parent that is enthusiastic about reading, that'll definitely be conveyed to the child and encourage a love for reading.
I remember when I was a child, I was sitting on my daddy's knee, and he was reading to me, and then I start forming words and letters, and next thing I knew, I was reading, and I just couldn't get over that I could just read through that book. And I always remember it was Dick, Jane, and Sally.
As an early childhood teacher, I think that working with parents and grandparents and caregivers, just instilling that love of reading with their children and having fun with it and engaging them in a conversation really is one of the smartest gifts that they can give their children.
Reading to your child while you're pregnant really helps them achieve success in school and throughout their whole lifetime. And also, fitting your native language in with their learning. When they can't talk, then you talk to them in your native language, and that also helps them understand and to achieve success. And knowing who they are and where they come from.
I have a strong belief that reading with your children really promotes togetherness, and every night we get into bed and we read together, and I've been reading to her since the day she was born, and now she reads to me.
I think it's great for you to read to your kids at such a young age because it shows them that there's something more out there in the world than what they can see and what they do and the people they experience every day, and it fosters a real love of learning. How often will you be able to take them to the top of a mountain or to the beach? But you can do that every day with a book.
Well, I think it's really important to sing and read at an early age because you grow, you learn, you experience. It gives you the ability to look up towards your people, the tall people around you. And when you're doing things they're doing, you're feeling important and growing and becoming a part of their world.
I think it's important to read to children because it teaches them the written word as well as oral history. And as a male, I think it's important that children are taught to, and it sets a real effective role model when that father is actually reading to that child in like an informal setting. And we just like to tell them to be proud of who they are.
When I was young and taught how to read and encouraged to read by my mother, it gave me a sanctuary inside myself to go. And the books that I read influenced my life. It gives them an opportunity to find themselves in a life where they can have joy and happiness. And it's the quality that books bring to our lives that really encourages us.
Books can be fun. Think outside the box. Go and draw, go outside and play, reenact it, sing, have fun, and be crazy and enjoy the time you spend while you read books with one another.
Shh, books contain secrets. I'm curious, and your kids will be too. What secrets can you and your children discover? Now, I'm going to where the wild things are.
Because of my love for reading, I've influenced my grandson to be a library champion, and your grandchildren can be one too.
In a recent study, it's been proven that in the first 5 years, the developmental stages of the child, if they're read to, they're going to be more successful in life. And our children are our future leaders. It might be your child that's the next tribal chairman or the next president.
So I do encourage parents, teach your children to read. Take time, sit down with them, and show them how to read, or tell them, or begin to tell them that there's a whole world in reading.
I like to tell young mothers or ladies at a baby shower to always talk to your children, and if you give them something, count it for them, and if you give them something of color, tell them what color it is, and always, always, never let a day go by that you don't tell them that you love them.